In a land bathed in the golden sun, where shepherds roamed hills and kings clashed on battlefields, a young man destined for greatness emerged. His name was David. This is the journey of a young shepherd boy whose faith shaped kingdoms and defied giants. Let us walk through the timeless tale, scene by scene, step by step. In the rolling fields near Bethlehem, David, a humble shepherd, tends his sheep. His eyes are alert, his spirit calm. He stands with a staff in hand, unaware of the divine path ahead. By a quiet stream, David strums his harp, melodies echoing through the valley. Peace surrounds him, but destiny approaches silently. At his family's home, a revered prophet arrives. Among many sons, David stands as the youngest, yet chosen. The moment crackles with unseen power. Light cuts through the ceiling as David steps forward. His brothers stand in silence. Something holy surrounds him, a call felt deep in his soul. With sacred oil, the prophet anoints David's head. His heart races, his future sealed, not by man but by God. On a distant battlefield, two armies face off. A monstrous warrior taunts the ranks. David, among the soldiers, watches closely, unshaken. Goliath stands like a mountain. Yet David sees beyond his size. He sees weakness where others see fear. Inside a war tent, David tells King Saul, "Let no heart fail. I will fight this giant." The room goes quiet. Beside a brook, David selects 5 smooth stones, his sling ready, his faith firm. With unrelenting courage, David runs toward Goliath. Dust swirls beneath his feet. Heaven watches. The stone flies. The giant falls. Silence. Then shouts. David stands victorious. David lifts Goliath's sword, not in pride, but in proof. Proof that faith wins battles. He enters the city not as a warrior, but as a servant of the Lord. People cheer, unaware they welcome a future king. Songs echo in the streets. Saul has slain thousands, but David tens of thousands. Jealous eyes follow. In Saul's palace, David plays his harp. Music soothes the mad king, but hatred brews in Saul's heart. A spear flies. David dodges. The music stops, but the war within Saul begins. Jonathan, the prince, embraces David, a covenant of brotherhood, a farewell in the fields. David walks alone into the wilderness, a cloak over his shoulder, but God in his heart. Inside a cave, David gathers with outcasts. He is not yet king, but already a leader. By firelight, he writes, psalms born from pain and promise, songs for future generations. Saul sleeps. David approaches, but spares him. Power restrained is greater than power unleashed. From a distance, David holds the robe's corner. I could have harmed you, but I did not. Mercy is his shield. Saul weeps. You are more righteous than I. David's integrity pierces deeper than any sword. By night, David walks into Saul's camp. He removes a spear and jug, not to strike, but to prove his heart. He climbs a hill and cries out, "Your life was in my hand, yet I chose peace." David gazes at the camp below. He will not fight for the throne. He will wait on God. The battlefield grows quiet. A king falls, not by David's hand, but by fate. In mourning robes, David weeps. How the mighty have fallen. A throne awaits, but grief lingers. Israel turned to David. "Be our king," they cried. In Hebron, elders gather. David is crowned king. The shepherd has become sovereign. He united the 12 tribes. He brought the ark of God to Jerusalem. Trumpets sound. God's glory returns to his people. David dances with all his might, not in robes of gold, but in linen of humility, a man after God's own heart. David was not perfect. He sinned, he failed. But every time he returned to God, he cried out, "Create in me a clean heart, O God, and renew a right spirit within me." That's why God loved him, not because he was flawless, but because he was faithful to repent. David's journey teaches us God doesn't choose the strongest, or the loudest, or the most impressive. He chooses the heart that says, "Here I am, Lord. Use me." From the fields of Bethlehem to the throne of Israel, David's life reminds us, if God can lift a shepherd, he can lift you. If this story inspired you, don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs encouragement. And tell us in the comments, what part of David's story speaks to your heart the most?